So Jermall Charlo is said to have announced his retirement via his Instagram stories in what has been one of the more ignominious boxing careers I've probably ever seen. It's for the best. I think that Jermall Charlo has done whatever he set out to do, whatever he was going to do in the sport of boxing. Him lingering in the sport, given whatever it is he's dealing with outside of it, was a mystery to me. Like, I don't know why the guy didn't retire sooner, you know, honestly. They kept trying to, revive his career, do the Caleb Plant fight. Uh uh and that's because they had so little to go off over there, A thinning, aging stable of fighters that, I mean, you got whatever you were going to get out of them. You must have got it out of them already. If Jermall Charlo is now done, the irony of him retiring undefeated, you know what I mean? The irony of him, I don't think it's going to be Berlanga Hot Rod, bro, personally. They said that he may stay in the. I mean, if it's Berlanga Hot Rod, then you can probably go with Hot Rod to win that fight. He just knocked out Vosdick, if that's what they end up doing. Um, Back over to Jermall Charlo, who just announced his retirement. Wow. I did say that I think he would retire undefeated because he's not going to fight anyone who could beat him. They just weren't going to match him that way. When is the last time that Jermall Charlo had fought a formidable adversary, And I think the same thing about Gervonta. He could very well retire undefeated. Yeah, he retired, bro. Go check his Instagram stories. He retired. Danny, what it do? Do you think Berlanga versus Hitchens? What do you think Berlanga versus Hitchens is going to be? I don't know what you mean. They ain't gonna fight each other. I don't know what you mean. Um, what are you supposed to say about Jermall? That guy derailed his own career with his own substance abuse. You know? What are you supposed to say? It's like for the last I think it's been for the last 3 or 4 years that they've been trying to revive his career. I don't know specifically what he fell into, what is it that he started using that messed him up, you know? Hitchens at 147 with who? Right now, ellos están diciendo que él va a pelear con Lindolfo, ¿verdad? What they're saying now is, at least momentarily, he will stay at 140 to fight Lindolfo, but you could kind of see what they're doing, that they might put him in there with a Conor Benn down the line, or that Spanish kid that used to fight at Top Rank, Hammerhands. I forgot his name. Hammerhands is the kid. He already fought under Zuffa a couple of weeks ago. You can kind of see what they're gonna do. Remember, Stewarty said troops. I don't know what that means. That drink is what messed him up. I guess he an alcoholic. You know, that's what fucked him up. I guess he hit the bottle too fucking hard. Now he can't hit the bag hard. And you can see where he's gonna end up, man. He is gonna end up at the nearest Wawa or 7-Eleven in Texas breakdancing. You know what I mean? You know where he gonna end up, bro. That dude is gonna end up outside the Wawa or the Sonic Burger. You got some change? I used to be WBC champion. You know he probably gonna be out there with the title. Bueno. If I seem less than sympathetic, do you know why that is? It's not like these guys didn't make boatloads of cash. It's not like they didn't make money that ordinary people like us don't usually see. Like, no, Jermall Charlo made money. He was getting paid millions when he was fighting on Showtime and when he was fighting on Fox. It's not like they weren't paying those guys. Whatever money you made, you fucked it off. That's your bad. So that if when your career is done, you don't have nothing to show for it, well, it's not a Greek tragedy, bro. That's your fucking fault. Remember, Stewart, he said goofy. What are you talking about, bro? Can't say I'm not surprised. Okay, fuck's sake, gals, boy, aka True. What are you talking about, dog? Michael Spinks versus Dimitri Bivol. Ooh, god damn, that's a tough fight. God damn. Michael Spinks versus Dimitri Bivol. That is an excellent matchup. Oh my god. I don't know. I that's tough. That's a real 50-50. You know what Spinks was made of because this man doesn't take a loss until he goes up to the heavyweight division and fights a prime Mike Tyson. That's what it took to beat him. A prime Mike Tyson. Um I'm leaning towards Spinks. Honestly, I'm leaning towards Spinks. I am. I'm leaning towards Spinks. Spinks was a very big guy, big reach, but he wasn't afraid to bang in the booth. He showed in the Jerry Cooney fight that he can also fight within close quarters. He had a lot of power. He beat the fuck out of Cooney, and he was able to go the distance with Larry Holmes 2 times, and all of that is at heavyweight. Um, yeah, I feel so inclined to lean towards Spinks, honestly, Danny. I'm gonna go with Spinks. Well, remember, bro, he was supposed to get it. Culpa de él. No verdad. Initially, el plan fue that he was going to fight Jermall, but Jermall's hitting the bottle too hard, so he ended up fighting Jermall instead. Those guys are fucking losers, bro. I don't know what to say. Like, those guys are fucking losers. Like, what are you supposed to say to shit like that? Michael Spinks versus Better Beef is a little bit different because I believe Better Beef has enough power to stop him. I feel like, look, you could probably still give the edge. You could probably still give the edge to Spinks, but I like Better Beef's chances against Spinks more than I like Bivol's chances against Spinks because Better Beef really does have that kind of power. So if you're talking about a prime Better Beef and a prime Spinks, right? That's a tougher one to edge. Maul hit the Xanax heavy. Yeah, pretty much. He's an insecure guy. That's why he drinks, and his girl used to punk him. Oh, right. Didn't he have that baby mother? He's the one that had the baby mother that was bugging out, right? The light skin joint? Yeah, I suppose so. I mean, but what are you just supposed to say to that? Like, that's an ignominious boxing career, bro. Career was ended just as uneventfully as it was, you know? Uneventful career. Like, what will boxing do without Jermall Charlo? Right? What are we gonna do, fellas? What are we gonna do? So I guess that would have to mean that his career best win is Julian Williams, right? Looking back, that would be the best guy that he ever fought. And that's really when his popularity peaked. When he knocked him out. In fairness, it was a beautiful knockout. At that time, it was a beautiful knockout. And you really thought that, wow, yo, this guy, he's gonna do some shit in the sport, man. He's gonna do some shit. Oscar De La Hoya versus Bud Crawford at what weight? At what weight, bro? Ring would Chris Byrd be yes, he would, Murph. Hell yeah. Yes, he would. Now, being successful, it all depends on what you define as success. Could Chris Byrd win a title from someone in this era? And I would say yes. I think he could. Now, I'm not saying I don't think Chris Byrd beats Usyk. I'm not saying that. But I am saying where we are right now, yeah, I think Chris Byrd could win a title. Yeah, I think he could. Yeah. I think he would do fairly well. I think he would do fairly well, Chris Byrd. What I remember of Chris Byrd, correct me if I'm wrong, Anthony. He was a southpaw, and Chris Byrd was a sort of cerebral fighter. He wasn't a power guy. He was a boxer, and I think he would do okay. I think he would do okay. Shout out to Luisito. Uh, uh, false sense of security. PBC ruined many careers. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. You know, in hindsight, he should have took that fucking Demetrius Andrade fight, man. They offered that dude, what was it, $7 million to fight that fucking guy, bro? They offered that dude $7 million, man. That would have been the most money that Jermall Charlo ever made for a fight, for a single fight. Never fought that dude. Never fought Laura, never fought Canelo. You know, I mean, what are you supposed to say? Batman, what it do? My God, team Batman. Yeah, Chris Byrd was a southpaw. Byrd stops Jared Anderson. Yeah, I could see that. That's not really saying much, though, Anthony. You know, that's not really saying a whole lot. You know, it's hard to it's not hard. It's not hard to lose faith in Jared Anderson. You know. So yeah, your Jermall's out of here. I expect that Jermell won't be far along, to be honest with you, because Jermell, it's like, it's just so stupid that, Brody, you should have fought by now. It's been 3 years, bro. The fuck. I wouldn't be surprised if Jermell announces his retirement in a few weeks, because it's like, well, what are you doing, bro? All you do is get drunk and jump on the internet and start calling people out. Apparently, they said media questions are being screened before they interview Conor Benn. You know, we talked about it in the afternoon talks, and we can go over it here. That going over to Zuffa boxing, right? You know, because they had a plan for him. They wanted him down to fight for the WBC title, to go the conventional route. And because you went to Zuffa, well, that changes things. Like, it's looking more and more like you're going to be the new Chris Eubank Jr. What we know about Chris, Chris was a Nepo baby who really got by his father's namesake, his surname. He never won a full title, right? He's been around for years, but never won a full title. Suffered his first professional loss to a domestic rival, just like Conor Benn did. And it's looking more and more like Conor Benn is just going to be the new Chris Eubank Jr. I don't know if the plan is the same, but it can't be, because that was Matchroom's plan for Conor, to have him go down and fight Ryan, fight for a title. That was their plan. You're at Zuffa now, so I can only assume that you're still making your way down to welterweight. We can see that. You see how dry he looks in the face. So it looks like he's still going to go to welter, but when you get down there, I guess you're going to be fighting for the Zuffa title? I guess, right? That must be what he's going to fight for, the Zuffa belt. Ryan has too many options for Conor Benn to be a lock. You know, like, it's a big fight. Benn versus Ryan would be a big fight. It would be. But Ryan has Isaac Cruz that he could fight. He has Rolly Romero that he could fight. Devin Haney that he could fight. He's got more options than just Conor Benn. Shout out to George. Where is he more likely to? Who's more likely to go into the Hall of Fame, Broner or Charlo? Broner. Broner is a 4-weight world champion. The buzz around Bronor was bigger than the buzz around Charlo. Like, remember, nobody thought Charlo was going to be esto y lo otro, ¿me entiende? Pero they legitimately thought that Broner was going to be the next Floyd. For a very, very long time, they really thought he was going to be the next Floyd. So Broner had more of a buzz than Jermall, and he did accomplish more than Jermall. Not a whole lot, but he was a 4-weight world champion to Jermall, who was just a 2-weight world champion. Now, honestly, I don't think either of them are going to get in the Hall. I don't think either of them are going to get in the Hall. Conor Benn's going to be a Victor Ortiz parallel. No, because at least Victor Ortiz won a title. Victor Ortiz won a title. Didn't he have the WBC? Victor Ortiz? Conor may never win a title. He might not. You know, when he was with Matchroom, he could have always fell back on fighting for the IBF. That even if you can't get Ryan, you could fight for the IBF because they
Have
have what
what
they
they
también
también
he oh shit. But fix that shit, bro. Um, but he could have fell back on fighting for the IBF, right? If he couldn't get Ryan. Whereas now, bro, you're Zuffa. You're gonna fight for the Zmufa belt, bro. Straight up. It's gonna be the Zmufa.
Victor did win that belt in a classic fight against Andre Berto.
What a fucking classic that fight was.
That was a good fight, man. That was a good fight.
Putazos.
Putazo. You saw what happened in the second one, right? You remember what happened in the second one, Ignacio?
Man,
Jules, I was
man.
there at that second fight. After he lost and he was walking back to the locker room,
They hit him with
motherfuckers were throwing beer and pizza slices at him.
yeah, yeah, Paco,
Fucking
yeah, wait. Correct me if I'm wrong. I remember somebody threw a phone book at him. Am I bugging?
No, I don't remember that. I literally was sitting like close to where the aisle, the walkway was to go into the ring that night, and I swear I saw three motherfuckers hurl pizza and hit him with pizza.
Yeah,
That shit was fucking comedy.
fucking
it, there
Victor
was
Ortiz,
a
man.
there was a fight where they started throwing shit in the ring, and somebody, I swear, somebody threw like a boot at one
That
of the
was
fighters.
Chavez Jacobs.
Jacobs, right? Okay.
It was a shoe boot. It was one of those girl shoe boots, like the thick
Yeah,
shit. It was
yeah.
it was that shit. You know what
I
I
need
mean?
to
But yeah,
I need to
gaga.
go to I need to go to a Devin Haney fight with some steel boat toes,
No,
steel boot toes.
no.
You know
You
the crazy
need
part, Jules, was that I literally saw Victor get his ass kicked when he fought Maidana at Staples Center in that fight, and at that point I thought, he ain't gonna really be it. And then when he beat Birdo in that fight in the first one, I said, maybe the guy will fucking redeem himself and actually have a pretty good career. And then once he lost to fucking Josecito Lopez, I was like, this dude's done.
is
Oh,
he
that was
going to bare knuckle now, bro?
Yeah, so I know. So funny ass shit that you started talking about Victor Ortiz, Jules. At work, I work with his baby mama's dad. It's fucking hilarious. He literally he literally has told me some stories about this dude that I can't stop laughing, bro. Basically, he says Victor is a deadbeat with CTE.
damn.
Poor guy. I mean, you know, it's hard to say that he didn't have a successful boxing career because it depends on what you call success, isn't it? That look, if you made money and you won a title, by all accounts, that is a successful boxing career. It's just that, well, if you fuck off the money after that, it's not that you didn't have a successful boxing career, it's that you're a fucking moron.
No,
Right?
Then Floyd qualifies, right?
yeah, that actually he it is successful because he did become a champion. He did fight Floyd to
Yeah.
2011. He did fight Floyd.
And he did get a movie role. He was in fucking Expendables 3. He had a
Oh
decent
yeah,
amount. He had a decent amount of screen time in that movie. Yo pensé, out of all the boxers they could have fucking used, como te mamagüevo, how did he get this fucking role, bro? But yep, they used him, bro. So
Yeah.
he had a successful boxing career. It's just if you fuck off what you made, you fucked off what you made. Like, por eso que no me da pena de Jermall. Que yo, you was getting good money on Showtime, bro, and you were getting good money on Fox. But if you fucked it off, eso es culpa tuya. That's your fault. It's not that
And
you
not
didn't have
only
a
that, nobody forced you to start fucking pounding bottles of alcohol.
tampoco. Eso es
You
culpa de
know?
él. Eso es
Yeah,
culpa de él.
exactly. You know? Nobody forced him to be an alcoholic. That's his choice.
When they offered him $8 million, $7 or $8 million to fight fucking Andre, bro, ma pendejo, todo eso es culpa tuya, maning. So when you end up outside of the Wawa next to Undefeated's house, culpa tuya. He's gonna see him out there breakdancing with the WBC title, bro.
You mean Undefeated's gonna see him at Bucky's, Jules, not Wawa?
yeah. We got buckets down here.
Fucking Bucky's, bro. He's gonna see him at Bucky's, bro. He's gonna be fucking out there, bro.
Yeah.
Country, what it do? Did you hear the good news, country? Jermall Charlo retired, bro.
So what?
Shit. Jermall Charlo retired, bro.
Yeah, I saw that, man. I was just laughing my ass off.
fucking shit, bro. You know, so yeah,
Well,
he's out of here.
What was he ever really gonna do anyway? I mean, come on.
Check into the Betty Ford Center, bro.
No, but
That's about
honestly,
it. I mean, he wasn't gonna be fighting anybody of significance,
some-
and he wasn't. He would have went in the ring and looked like he didn't belong there. So, good riddance. Bye. See ya.
something was definitely mentally wrong with that dude, because when Caleb slapped the shit out of him, he was just like,
Pero
what
él
the
ya
fuck?
estaba endrogado en ese momento. Él ya estaba endrogado. Like he was already, like by then he was already off the deep end when that happened. You know, it's more that look, he's a guy who did have some promise. You know what I mean? Like he did. Like if he would have fought Ryota Murata, he probably would have beat him. That 2017 Charlo and 2018 Charlo, that he fought Hugo Centeno. Didn't he fight Derevianchenko? Am I bugging? He fought Derevianchenko.
Yeah, he
right?
fought him after Golovkin beat his ass, though, Jules. So, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Golovkin took most of what was in Derevianchenko in that fight.
Yeah, between him and Jacobs, because Jacobs fought him first, and then Golovkin fought him out. And Golovkin had a great war. That was actually a great fight. But could Charlo have beat Rob Brandt? Could Charlo have beat Murata? Yeah, he could have beat those guys.
Yeah.
Let me ask you guys a question. What do you think was his exact turning point where because he was in the beginning, he was doing good. He had a belt, he had belts and stuff. He was looking good, and then all of a sudden, at a certain point, he just dropped.
It could have been a baby mother, country. Remember, he had a bitch baby mother that was stressing him out. It's not hard to see. Did you see the video of his baby mother bugging out, fucking up his car?
Yeah, I did.
I mean, like when you look at it from that lens, like, yeah, that bitch drove him to the bottom. The worst shit is she kind of looks like him. Did y'all see her? She looked like she looked. No, this ain't gay shit, because bitch got a big old ass. But I'm saying that they resemble each other slightly. Like, you know how he has a long ass face? She has a long ass face. There's a long ass face. Like, her face is long. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it ain't hard to see how he ended up hitting the bottle, bro. If that was your baby mother, it's not hard to see how that motherfucker happened.
Yeah.
It's just kind of sad to that he let himself get like that because he didn't have to.
I don't pity those guys, country. Those guys are seeing money that me and no. Listen, you gotta shut the fuck up. Those guys are seeing money, country, that me and you will probably never see, and that's why I don't pity them. You have every opportunity. Remember, boxing is actually a lot harder to get into where you're making big money. It's really hard, bro. There's a lot of boxers that are never going to see the kind of money that he saw. So if you fuck off that opportunity, bro, I don't pity you, bro. You fighting on a major premium cable network. Anytime you get out there, you're getting close to an M. And if you wanted to fight more often, right, you could have made even more money than that. No, I don't pity your squandered opportunities. That's why you're just not going to see me feel sorry for a lot of the fighters, bro. You're just not. It's only on rare occasions that I'll pity one of the fighters. Shout out to motherfucking George. Dollar Store, Dollar General, or Dollar Tree. Family Dollar, motherfucker. That's
probably the worst one of the three.
That's why I picked it. Family Dollar. Ain't that the one where Wilder's brother was the store manager? Family Dollar?
Probably.
Mark Sally.
Damn.
Fucking
no,
shit,
it's not that I'm not feeling sorry for him or about the money he got, but it's just that what I meant by sad is just that how he let himself make those choices to get to that point where he was, he's fucked himself like that. It was like, why couldn't you see that?
Yeah, but there's a sucker born every minute, and there's an idiot born every day, bro. Like I said,
Yeah.
those guys,
Michael.
those guys have the rare opportunity to make the kind of money that most Americans just don't make. You know, this is a rough economy, is what it is, and if you squandered that opportunity, no, I do not feel sorry for you at all. Now, Berlanga is reportedly signed. Yo, listen, Drew.
He belongs
If
there.
listen, Drew, this is for Drew. If Zuffa really paid this fucking idiot $10 million, I don't want to hear no more about how Mark Shapiro is some smart fucking guy. Nobody paid. Nobody's smart. Nobody's smart.
I'll tell you why he's smart. Is that coming out of TKO's bottom line? Is it red or black?
I'm just
Is it red or black?
bro,
Is it red or black?
I'm just saying, bro, that no, you're not gonna convince me that it's this business acumen, savvy, sexy shit. Y'all paying 15 mil for Conor, 10 for Edgar. What the fuck?
I'm the wrong person to ask because I have TKO stock, so I'm happy.
All right, bro. I hope you enjoy the handsome Puerto Rican fights. That's another handsome Puerto Rican for you.
You know what I like though, Jules? Speaking of handsome Puerto Ricans, why is all this energy all of a sudden? They're back to Boots like he's a savior. Forget Crawford. Forget him ducking Crawford now, right?
I mean, like, look, bro, the shit is that because he's fighting a Spanish guy, that's gonna bring the tribal shit out. You know why I don't get mad at it, Drew? Because that is what permeates boxing in a matter of speaking. You know, when a Mexican fighter gets out there, right? Most of the time, the Mexicans may not pay attention to him. But if he's fighting a certain guy, oh, Putazos, Undefeated's gonna get fucking naked. He's gonna pull his dick out. He's gonna watch the fight. And it's the same with the Puerto Ricans. It's the same with the Puerto Ricans. But we all know it's true that we have been, we're not normal because we watch so much boxing that we don't actually get all swept up in that like everybody else. But you know that's what usually happens.
We call that gay.
This shit is the shit is really fucking gay. But you know that, Drew, most of the time look, that's what happens. Like, you can have a Puerto Rican fighter that most of the time nobody gives a fuck about him. But depending on who he's fighting, all the Puerto Rican flags gonna come out. Oh yeah, wepa, you know.
I noticed something. Like, you're the only channel that says, I haven't heard nobody say it. We should know more about Boots after fucking 55 fights that he's had.
I agree. I mean,
we literally said he's got the Mexican prospect record, Drew.
he's talking because you know they did the press conference today, and you know he's talking a lot of cash shit, and the media look that he's saying what he's saying ahead of a fight. No me molesta, but I saw a member of the media say, "Xander Zayas on your level, bro? What level, bro? What level? Your best win is Stanionis. What level? Do you think that Xander Zayas is on your level? Or is it, like, it's so much dick eating it. Like, yo, be real. This dude ain't fought nobody USA, bro, for 38 million fights, bro. Fuck out of here. Shout out to motherfucking Stop Motion MMA. Boots was super corny at the press conference. Yeah. I mean, like, would it be better for boxing if Xander won? Maybe. Yeah, maybe. You know, Puerto Rican guy, right? Speaks English, speaks Spanish, could be popular with both demographics in the United States and the island of
Who's going to bring the
Rico.
whores out? Who's bringing the whores out?
Honestly, right? No, pero la verdad, bitches love Puerto Ricans, bro. They love the Puerto Ricans, bro. I feel like I'm Puerto Rican in this hair, right?
Especially a motherfucker that looks like Benny Blanco.
Exactly.
Bro, that dude look like he got all the fucking cocaine in the world, bro. Like, look, he sell like all the fucking cocaine, bro.
I'm surprised that he doesn't have his fucking walkout song be Rico.
Well,
Suave.
how many, Jules, Ignacio, how many tickets are going to get sold just on the fact that people think Bad Bunny will walk him out because he's with his management company now?
No, yeah, they're gonna sell that. They're gonna. I do think that. I think that fight is gonna be a sellout. I do think that. Boots has fans. To be fair and objective, Boots does have fans, and they're gonna come out to support him. And obviously, Xander's gonna bring out the Puerto Ricans. He absolutely is. And in the middle, there are the neutral people like us, except for Undefeated, because he really likes Puerto Ricans, bro. Fucking loves Puerto Ricans.
Undefeated's an undercover Puerto Rican, man.
Speaking of Puerto Ricans,
Speaking
of Puerto Ricans, Jules, who's the one Puerto Rican in your life that got away?
Oh no, I fucked a lot of Puerto Rican girls, bro. Don't get
Who's
it.
building something,
No,
man?
no. Porque ellos, it would always be the same thing when I was young. They would think I'm Puerto Rican and I'm not. And then, I'm not Puerto Rican, I'm Dominican. And that would be the icebreaker. And then, I'll put a titty in my mouth and then things will be great. But ain't no Puerto Ricans got away from me. They ain't get away from me.
Fucking sucio.
Nah, son. No,
Mm.
but all in my youth, I'm gonna say, especially my teenage years, that was really what I messed with a lot, was Puerto Ricans. A lot in my teenage years, I messed with them, and they ain't get away from me, Shout out to is that you, Fig?
Yo, what's going on?
What you thought about that press conference today, bro? Boots,
Oh,
Zayas.
Man, I'm an American, bro. I love that shit. I love this shit talking. I'm hyped for this fight. Boxing been boring as fuck. I'm tired of these boring ass
Yes.
polite motherfuckers being boring and polite and shit. Like, the fuck is wrong with these guys being all boring and polite? You know what I mean? I love that
I
shit
think
talk, bro. That shit got me amped.
I think it's a fighter thing. Like, we like, in fairness, I do like when the shit is real. You know what I mean? I like when the shit is real. Like, okay, these motherfuckers is really, on some shit. But at the same time, if you're the fighter, you don't actually want to be the one that puts the battery in the other guy's back. Look at what happened to Keith Thurman. He was talking shit to Manny Pacquiao, remember? And in the first round, you got knocked on your ass talking shit. You see? So it's kind of like,
that's a double-edged sword. It's like mind games, and then at the same time, I think guys be trying to amp themselves up. Like when you get to a high level of competition, like, and you see it in all sports, like,
That's
guys
why I
look
like
for
the
any
Russians.
type of shit to get that edge. Anything. Like, Crawford was real big on that.
well, let's say this. Let's say this about the Russians, Drew. They don't have to talk shit, is what I would say. See, with the Russians, you don't have to question the commitment to the fight and to the show. That is where I think they are different than a lot of other fighters. That a Russian fighter doesn't have to talk shit because you know what he's gonna do. Like Better Beef doesn't have to sit there and sell you the thing. No, he you know what he's about. You know what he's about. With Bivol, you know what he's about. That no, he's committed to the fight. Like, the shit talk, in other words, amplifies the seriousness and gravity of the fight. But with Russians, you don't have to wonder if they took the fight seriously. You know they did. That's what they don't have personalities. They just fight, drink vodka, and go to sleep. That's all they do, bro.
Yeah, they
Smoke
good
cigarettes.
fighters, but they boring though, man. Like, some motherfuckers are respectful. We'll see you the night of the fight, and
no. So, see,
I ain't trying to hear
this
this
is what I'll
shit.
say. This is what I'll say. Here's an example. Gassiev is a respectful guy. You never hear him say much of anything bad, but that dude is made for television. Gassiev, that's the guy that knocked out Pulev. He used to fight a cruiserweight. Usyk fought him. He's like a chubby Better Beef with less boxing skill, though, with way less boxing skill. But it's like, he's the perfect example of why. Look, those guys don't have to talk shit, because when the bell rings, you're gonna get your money's worth. When the bell,
Yeah.
Same
But
thing
I mean,
with a prime.
talking
Same
shit,
thing with a prime Kovalev.
that's good. Like, you need that part of it. You need to be a fighter. But man, that talking shit fucking takes it to another level, man. Like, you can, it can make the average fighter, like,
It's a culture thing, Fig, because look at the shit talk, and I stand on this. The biggest fight in women's boxing, because of the shit talking, is Alicia and Carolyn. Easily. When they do that fight, that's the next big one. That's gonna be the one that everybody stops to watch it. And it's because of the shit talk. Carolyn is talking a lot of fucking shit, but Alicia is talking a lot of fucking shit. And
Love
when
that
they
shit,
fight,
man.
Yeah.
Love
Speaking
that
of
shit,
that,
bro. It's
but
like
no.
foreplay. You know what I mean? It's foreplay.
But nah, but speaking of that shit, that fucking twat from fucking Flint, Michigan, who the fuck does she think she is, dictating MVP policy with ESPN? I'm tired of that fucking whore.
I'm gonna be real there. I don't know what her plan is, to be real with you. I don't care, because I don't really get hyped about her fights. But realistically, I don't know what you're doing, because Lauren is not going to fight you. Y'all not going to fight. I said it before, I say it again. You don't got the money to bring her to America, and she doesn't have the money to bring you to the UK, Clarissa ain't gonna go to the UK for anything less than $1 million to $2 million. Boxer doesn't have that. They don't have that. So I don't know why they wasting time on that.
And Jules, what's a bigger fight for Michaela, the Alicia rematch or Clarissa?
That's dead, bro. Michaela's not fighting Clarissa. That was never real.
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
that was never real. That was never real.
She need the old girl who just won the gold medal. You know what I'm saying? No,
look.
She already calling out. You know what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying, but the reality of it is, one, Lauren just looked like shit. I don't know if you saw that fight. That Puerto Rican girl fucked her face all up. The only reason she didn't finish, Puerto Rican girls got a bad engine. I don't want to bog you down with all the details, but that Puerto Rican girl on Saturday fucked her face all up. Nobody believes you gonna beat Clarissa. Nobody thinks that. If that's what the fuck you just look like at 147, what you gonna look like at 160? If you not quick enough to get out of the way of this slow girl punches, you're not gonna get out of the way of Clarissa's.
No, I'm not talking about her.
I got an idea though. I'm not
talking about her. I'm talking about the old girl from the last Olympics. You know what I'm saying? That cycle.
That's what I'm saying. If she want to fight a man, Jules, let her fight Iman Khalif.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's
she want to fight. Dog. She want to fight a man.
And they get the same weight and shit. Like, bro, that will prove you the greatest woman ever. You could beat her, bro. You can sell that. You can sell that. Bro.
I ain't gonna lie. My dick is getting a little bit hard.
That shit'll go crazy.
You got a chubby, huh?
Bro, could you imagine the build up and what people saying? Like, bro, she beat her. Come on, bro. Like,
now here's the thing. You can't. The thing is, the regular commissions that we know of, they would not sanction that fight because it already came out. The motherfucker got Y chromosomes. You're not getting that fight a license in America. Straight up, you're not. You're not getting it. You're not getting a license for that fight in America, and you're not going to get a license for that fight in the UK. So you would have to do some off the wall shit. Like you really would have to do it like in Thailand. They
or
might
her country, her home country.
Yeah,
Turkey, man.
But not Turkey, Algeria. But you think Clarissa Shields is gonna fucking go to Algeria?
No.
Nah,
for the
homie.
money, bro. If you could sell that fight, bro, I could trust me, bro. If you sell that shit the right way, fucking everybody in the hood buy that shit. Bro.
My God,
everybody
the Algerian government will have to pay for that fight. They will have that. You gonna need government money. You know Algeria don't got money like that, right? Why you think they doctors is misdiagnosing motherfuckers, bro? That's a whole guy. They didn't know. It's a whole guy. And they didn't know. That's the kind of doctors they got over there. But look, Clarissa is already like, yo, I don't really feel like going to the UK. So I don't see her going to fucking Algeria. Now, there are other places, off the wall places, where you could go. When Lucia Riker fought that man, that was in what was that, Denmark, when she fought that guy and got knocked the fuck out. That was in Denmark they did that. So if you could find a place like that to do it. But as far as the USA or the UK, forget it. No commission is going to sanction a man versus a woman. And by the definition that men are men, that is a man. You got an XY chromosome.
Damn, man. We got a Republican. Got a Republican office too. That shit ain't gonna slide.
That shit ain't gonna slide.
We need a Kamala for this fight, bro. We need a Kamala for this fight, bro.
Kamala's fine, man. I'm just gonna say that.
I knew you would. I knew you would.
No, because she is.
For old lady. Yeah, for old lady.
No, you're the only one saying
she's
that, man, because she ain't fine.
Get the
you
shut the fuck up, Drew. Shut the fuck up, Drew. If she pull that long titty out her pocket, you better shut the fuck up, country. She pull that long titty out.
Motherfucking 4 shots of whiskey, 2 o'clock at night. Yeah,
here's the thing.
I don't know why people lie about shit like, bro. I'm honest to God. If I said Hillary, yeah, I'm bugging. Okay. If I said Nancy Pelosi, yeah, I'm bugging. Okay.
Nancy Pelosi used to have big ass titties back in the day, bro.
Yeah,
but hey, you look at Kamala when she was fucking Willie Brown, the SM in her 20s. Absolutely.
Listen, I'm looking at her now. She's at a kid's birthday party, no shoes on, drinking a glass of wine. Like, I'm like, if you wanted to fuck her in the laundry room, she would have did it. I get that energy, like, yeah.
I mean,
busting up.
you're right though, because look
Yes.
at her husband now, Joe. Look at her husband now. You mean to tell me he hitting that right? That old small hat?
Man,
No.
listen, bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. That dude don't got enough dick for that. He like, what are you gonna do with that, bro? You know what I mean? Like, what you gonna do with all that ass, bro? And I remember when they made this AI, it was an AI. In fairness, it was an AI where she was wearing lingerie, leaning over the desk at the Oval Office. I'm like, yo, man, that's that's probably what she got. She got a big ass. I could tell she got a big ass. Shout out to Kamala, man. Shout out to her. But yeah, man, the only way you could do Shields versus K-Leaf is in another country. Well, none of the major boxing markets could you do it. You actually could, but it wouldn't be in the U.S. or the U.K. Absolutely not. No commission would sanction that fight. Not in those countries.
Anthony Weir says Hong Kong would.
Yeah, maybe they would. Maybe they would. But then the question then becomes, okay, you could do it in Hong Kong, but who in Hong Kong is going to pay for it? You need to draw investors in the region that you're doing it so that you could get an audience. And I don't know how interested the Japanese are in Clarissa Shields fighting a guy. And y'all know that the guy went pro, right? And he's going to fight in Germany. You know that, right?
Oh, so Germany can't do it?
Yeah. He's fighting in Germany. And I'm going to say this because I was going to do a segment on it, but I'll just get it out the way here. That career ain't going to go nowhere. It's not. Because if you're not fighting in America and you're not fighting in the UK and you're not fighting in Australia, yeah, you may as well be off the radar, bro. You may as well be off the grid, The second thing is the sanctioning bodies are never going to be okay with your situation, let's call it. Like, nah, they're not going to force women to fight you because you're not a woman. And the sanctioning bodies are not run by liberals and progressives. No, to the world, you're a guy. I don't need to be a biologist, endocrinologist to know that you were a guy. I knew you were a fucking guy on site. We all knew you were a guy. So, motherfuckers knew already. Now, it could be because this is what they're saying that, he was misgendered at birth because his genitalia did not form properly. Yo, look, that's all well and good, dog. But I don't need to see the motherfucker's inverted pussy or whatever the fuck he got going on to know. That's a guy, bro. That's a guy. This shit is not hard to understand. This shit is nature, bro. We, as men, right, that like women, we look for certain shit. And you don't have none of that shit. That's how we know you a guy. Your face too fucking hard, bro. Shoulders too broad. You a guy. And you need to be fighting other guys. Straight up.
Yeah,
so
it got a big face like a Puerto Rican. Shout out to Xander Zayas, man.
Yo, why?
Yeah.
Wow. Why you have to be Puerto Rican, bro?
Xander, man. Hey, bro, I didn't realize Xander head was that fucking big until Boo said something about it. I was like, yo, that motherfucking head is big as shit, though, right?
His head is big as shit because he's really a super middleweight, high key. That's what it is. That's what it is. Boots is really a small middle, or a moderately sized junior middle. Where Xander, listen, Brody, if you walking around 190, clearly you a super middle, bro. Really you're a cruiser, but I mean, yeah. And you could see Xander is close to 190, 200. So what are you cutting? You another Jarrett Hurd. That does affect my perception of the fight, fellas. He said he has the same nutritionist as Terrence Crawford. So I suppose that's a good thing that you could make this weight. One last time, because I don't think he's going to be a junior middleweight after this. But how do you guys feel about that? Do you still trust Xander to win, or did you always have Boots?
I switched like last week. I really sat down and thought about it. And I was like, all right, the Karen fight, those are the fights Boots struggled the most. The first one I scored every round for Boots, even though he looked fucking silly. And then the second fight, I gave Karen 4 rounds, but Karen got dropped, so that was pretty dominant. So I'm like, from what I'm saying, I know he has to face the best competition, but he's getting rid of these guys. Like, he's showing a lot of power, a lot of speed, just a lot of talent. Like, his talent is blinding, and it's like, damn. I don't know if Xander's going to be able to handle that.
I just can't get over who it's against, man. That you know, like what? Luis Lima, bro. The fuck is that? The fuck is that? Chris Van Heerden, Sergey Lipinets, Roman Villa, David Evanesian. And it's like, look, man, I really can't call it. Like, I really like Xander's boxing. You know, I like his boxing. It's not the flashiest stuff, but it's solid stuff if you know what to look for. Whereas Boots is just really stylized, and it's stylized against cans of tuna fish. I don't know that you're that good is my thing. Maybe you are, but I don't know that you're that good just based on who you've been fighting. I don't know that you're that good. Shout out to motherfucking Donald. And Main K-Leaf versus Patricio Manuel. I don't know who Patricio is. For those that don't know, this Friday, I'm going to try to stop off at IBFP because I had got the money. I had got the payment on Saturday to go fight Ashy Knuckles or debate Ashy Knuckle Dragger, whatever his name is. And I'm going to try to pop over there on Friday. Hopefully, IBFP will go live and I'll be able to do that. So you guys stay tuned for that. And yeah, man, it's a great fight though. Boots and Xander, it's a great fight. I still don't think it should be a pay-per-view, even though I think it's going to do well at the gate. I do think they're going to sell that shit out. I do. But I pay-per-view, I don't know, bro. I don't know, bro.
I don't
Country,
care
what do you
what
think?
the fuck it is. I'm paying for that. I'm just seeing that shit. Like,
No, I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna buy it, but you know, if it does under 300,000, right, then it shouldn't have been a pay-per-view. That if you do a show, if you do a pay-per-view and it doesn't do at least 300,000, you may as well have not have done it as a pay-per-view. Enough people didn't buy it to warrant it being behind a paywall. Brim, what it do? Fucking Brim. You just gonna ignore me, Brim? You're not gonna talk to me? You
No,
don't want to talk to me?
I had to get my volume situation situated. What's up?
Xander Zayas, Boots Ennis, man. What do you think?
I'm excited about that fight, man. I think I'm going to go to it. I already did the pre-sale check out of the tickets. Seats 330 for okay seats. I might go with that. I'm pondering, but I'm definitely going to go to the fight. But
what do you think about the fight, though? Who do you
man,
like?
I like this. I almost like everything about this fight because you got a lot of elements that's really intriguing. I feel like people are like, is Xander ready? But I feel like this is the time if you're going to beat a Boots, it's the time now because Boots, I still don't think he's got all that armor under him like in championship rounds where a fight is close and he has to dig deep, or if he gets clipped with a shot, making certain adjustments. Those are things you learn in the ring, and I don't think Boots has been put in that position, and he's had so much easy time against guys that he might have some bad habits that Xander can possibly take advantage of. I anticipate this to be a very nip and tuck fight.
What do your instincts tell you, though?
My instincts tell me that Xander's going to pull out a tough split decision.
Really? You think he's going to beat Boots?
I think he's going to pull out a tough fight. I don't think Boots is going to be able to hurt him, bro. I got a feeling is if Xander can move pretty well, utilize his jab and his distance, and he can take Boots' best shot, then what? You know what I mean?
Shout out to motherfucking Joshua Kunju. Close fight. Boots majority decision for me. At age 23, it's a no-lose situation for Xander, but a must-win for Boots. I agree with that.
Yeah,
Boots,
yeah.
Very good fight.
Boots definitely has a lot more to lose.
Absolutely. Because he doesn't have as much time to rebuild. You know, the other thing is, let's just be honest, the Puerto Rican fans are really loyal. Latino fans in general are really loyal. After Canelo gets taken to school by Floyd, they didn't throw him in the garbage. He goes on to become the face of boxing, right? You know, Miguel Cotto lost a couple of fights, but he stayed one of the biggest draws in boxing. You know, he had already lost to Floyd. He had already lost to Margarito before he even fights Canelo and sells 900,000 pay-per-view buys. So Xander can lose. He can lose and be okay. But Boots, no, the Americans are very unforgiving to fighters. They're very unforgiving. You lose this one, oh, well, you wasn't ever shit. You was a hype job.
He would
all the shit,
dude,
you know.
I think that stands out even more though because of his fight history. If he had had a few more high end bouts under his belt, I think he would be in a position to have more grace. But because we look at this as his first legitimate person that has a chance to actually beat him, the jury is so heavily out on him that where he's not going to be afforded that grace if he was to lose.
The other thing is the top ranked matchroom rivalry, you know? Look at what Navarrete just did to fucking Nunez, man. You know?
Yeah. Well, the pressure's on Boots when you think about it. It's on Boots.
He's the older fighter. He's the one who's supposed to be Sugar Ray Robinson, Leonard. He's supposed to be a lot of things. They really put him on a pedestal. And that's why I think, yeah, like you have a lot more to lose in this situation. Shout out to motherfucking to Misael. Algeria has money. They're Muslim, so they don't like Khalif. Wasn't she claimed by France? I don't know. Xander looked 200 at the halftime show. Yeah, he looked like a fat fuck. I ain't gonna lie. I don't really like that, Brim. I don't like that. He's got to cut a lot of weight for this fight, and I think I said it in a video I uploaded earlier. I'll say it here again. I think this is the last fight for Xander at this weight. He looks
You're not
huge.
the only
Bro.
one that said that. There's been quite a few people that feels like he's going to go into this bout, and the reason why he's taking this bout because it has that much value, and he's going to leave 154 anyway.
Yeah. Just
He
trying
is
to
a
think
big
of what.
boy, though.
No, he is, and because he's a unified champion, there's no limit on what he can rehydrate to the night of the fight. He can rehydrate to whatever he wants, so that's working for him. We've never seen Boots in there with somebody who outsizes him. We've never seen that, and that's another element of the fight that I'm like, yo, dog, you look strong because you was a big welterweight against small welterweights. This is a big old junior middleweight you about to fight. And you only had one fight at this weight against a bum. So
He's not a bum. He's an unbiased Brim.
He's an unbiased Brim, bro. He's an unbiased Brim. And we got Fury this Saturday. You know, I'm excited about that fight. People keep telling me it's not selling well, which is a shock. You know, I thought more people would be happy to see Tyson Fury come back because he makes a show of things in his way. But the Mahmoudov fight could be a good fight, man. Could be a good fight.
It's probably going to be an interesting fight. Fury probably will be a little sloppy early on, and then pick up steam in the middle rounds. Fury is not 100% loved in his home country. It's half and half.
Never was.
Mahmoudov reminds me of a Punch-Out character, dude. For real.
He reminds me of the Goombas in Super Mario. You remember the Goombas? They walk around all mad and shit. They got the little feet and they walk around all mad. Look like one of those shits. Got a low ass head though.
Yeah, right. He like the opposite of Xander. Motherfucker built like a Gorgonite and shit. This motherfucker head is just. What the fuck is wrong with this motherfucker's head?
The way he shakes his head in the ring, dude, I'm telling you, he's a Punch-Out character.
You remember the Super Mario movie, the way they did the Goombas, that they got these big ass torsos, but they head is mad little, like it's too little for their body. He looked like one of them shits. But should be a good fight. Eddie Hearn said earlier today, which I thought was good, that AJ needs a tune-up fight. Now is the perfect time to do the Wilder fight.
He called Wilder a tune-up. That was bold statement. I'm like, yeah, let's do this. If you're gonna fight Wilder, then fight Fury, that's a lot of money, bro. Back to back.
That's the perfect way for all of these guys to end their careers. All the old guard guys, like on the undercard, you could have Dillian White versus Joe Joyce, right? Them two fucking guys is shot to shit. Or you could do Dillian White versus Jarrell Miller, right? Grudge fights of the fighters in the previous era that didn't fight each other but should have. You could do that. And yeah, Wilder versus AJ, why not? My question to the panel is, who do you like to win that fight?
Damn, that's fucked up. I want to go with AJ, but I don't know how he gonna look after that car accident. That shit was crazy that he walked out of there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going with AJ because the emotional sentiment behind it, and Wilder's one money punches. It's only quarters now,
Yeah. Ignacio, what do you think? Wilder, AJ.
I think AJ's got more left in the tank. Honestly, Wilder, the way he looked this past weekend, he's literally waiting to get knocked out by somebody who can land a straight right hand.
Yeah. He's
You
on
agree with that,
fumes.
country?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I mean, you in there with a slow ass Derek Chisora. If you couldn't knock out today's Derek Chisora, bro, I'm sorry, bro. And I'm not even saying that to be fucked up. If I really felt, look, AJ done been through a lot. We don't know what he's gonna look like with Usyk, right? Because they training him now. I would look for the benefit of the doubt to give Wilder, but not after Saturday. No, bro. You look terrible, bro. You looked horrible. If you can't find the right hand for a slow ass Derek Chisora, it's because you don't have it anymore. You don't have it defined. So yeah, might have to lean towards AJ for that one.
Hey,
Still a big
You
fight.
think
Anthony Ware
AJ
had a
Chin?
question for you.
Say it
He
again.
wanted to know. Anthony Ware had a question. He said that if Boots loses to Zayas, does Matchroom drop it?
I don't think so. They're not stupid. That kid still sells tickets. I would say this, country. There are fighters that they do drop that they have dropped randomly. I might add, like Michael Hunter. They dropped him after he drew with Povetkin. Denny Aryalusinov. They just cut him loose because they didn't know what to do with him. He was undefeated, well-schooled amateur from Kazakhstan, right? A big welterweight too, and they just cut him. Like, yeah, we don't know what to do with you. So they do cut fighters, but I do not think they would cut Boots because when you consider that, okay, let's say Xander beat him and then he moved up. Oh, you could get Boots those titles. The Virgil Ortiz fight is still there. The Fundora fight is still there. The Kelly fight is still there. Those all represent opportunities for them to make money. So bottom line, no, I do not think they would cut him. Go ahead, Fig.
Yeah, I was saying, do you think Derek Chisora Chin's better? This version of Derek Chisora Chin is better than AJ's chin? Because I don't like how AJ takes shots. I never thought he had a great chin to begin with, but
I'm gonna
now
be
it's
real
kind
with
of
you.
like,
I think Derek has a better chin than a lot of fighters. I'll say that. It's not. In other words, I don't think that AJ's chin is bad more than Derek's chin is good because the shots that AJ got hit with, and this is not me defending him, it's my view of it. The shots that put him down would have put anybody down. The way that Daniel hit him, Daniel wouldn't have knocked out a lot of other guys with that shot? No, he would have. Daniel hits hard. Andy Ruiz, he hits hard, right? Fucking Joseph, he took Joseph Parker's soul in New Zealand because Joseph didn't used to be timid. He became timid from that fight with Andy. So it's not that I think that AJ has a bad chin so much as Derek has a good one. Derek is a durable fucking guy, bro. That dude is a fucking maniac. Shout out to HC. Depending on the odds, I could be tempted to bet on Wilder. Think his chances against AJ are slightly underrated if he keeps this fight at long range. Fair enough.
I don't
The thing is, though, Jules, the reason I don't think he can is because he's never had a really good jab. That's the problem. How you gonna keep that big motherfucker off of you if you don't have a legitimate jab that can keep him at bay?
I have an opposing argument just for the sake of conversation. If Anthony is hesitant, and we've seen that. We saw that in the Jermaine Franklin fight. We saw that sort of in the Daniel Dubois fight, that you don't always pull the trigger when you need to. There are situations where you hesitate. If he hesitates with Wilder, I mean, Wilder don't have the snap on the punches anymore. But that second that you hesitate, you will give him the second he needs to throw it. And a fight between you and him, we can't look at that like any other fight in the sense that that's going to put a battery in Wilder's back, I believe, because it's so big, because it's so, so much stuff from so long. It's going to affect them both. You understand? It's going to affect them both. But it's like, yeah, you can't hesitate, bro. You got to go in there with Wilder the way you went in there with Ngannou. You got to go for it Because if you don't, this could be very fucking embarrassing for a lot of us. Don't hesitate. You know. I hope they
He
do it.
did just get out of a crazy car accident. Like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's a
It's
lot of
hard
But
to
are
questions.
you?
That's what makes the fight so good. It's a lot of questions.
I was gonna ask though, Fig. Do you think it's more mental or physical that you're worried about? Because physically, he
Physical.
looked
I
all
think
right.
it's yeah, he looked all right, but I mean, when you see what happened, the impact and what it caused, like he walked out of that, but he still absorbed that. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I don't think it's structural, Fig. I really do, because of where he was in the car. If you look at where the brunt of the impact was, I mean, like you saw the wreckage, you can see clear that the brunt of the impact was, if this is the car, this is where the impact was, and AJ was back there. So he didn't actually, he wasn't in line for something to break or something to be fucked up. He probably had sore muscles because of the jolt that, like, yeah, it
yeah,
was a car impact.
like,
You're going to get, there's going to be a sudden jolt. But I don't think that, concussion or something's broken. Like, nah, I don't think it was like that because of where he was sitting. He
mm,
should be okay. My thing with him is, even though he's been in big moments and big fights, he's one of these guys that he weakens himself. Yeah, you weaken yourself. They don't got to do it to you. You weaken yourself overthinking. Overthinking about shit. It's better when it's simple. I'm gonna go in here, jab straight, and I'm going home, bro. You have the power to knock out Wilder. Like, I don't have a doubt in my mind. You have the power to knock him out. You have the fundamentals to beat him. But if you fucking hesitate, this is the heavyweight division, bro. Guys ain't got to get hit but once, and they out of here. So there was a time where I really trusted AJ to do this job. You guys know that. There was a time I would have picked AJ 7 days out of 7 to win that fight. But you bouncing from trainer to trainer, it's good and bad. It shows that you're still hungry. It shows that you still care. It shows you still have an open mind and you want to win. But it also shows indecision. You done been to Rob McCracken, Javier Gonzalez, whatever that guy's name was, Derek James, Robert Garcia, fucking Ben Davison, now Usyk. It's like, yo, I don't know what to say about that. Like, yo, that's a lot of trainers for one guy, bro. That's a lot of trainers.
Oscar De La Hoya did it, Jules, and he still had a successful career. So,
Bro, he had to get a gift with Felix Stern, bro. I don't call that.
I mean, I'm not saying he didn't, but he did fucking switch trainers like me and you switch underwear.
He did. He
So,
did. It's just, it doesn't communicate stability, is what I would say. It doesn't. Like, look, don't you see that the guys that do really, really well, they're usually with the same guy for a long time. Bud was with Bomac. Usyk is with his people. Inoue is with Shingo. Lomachenko had his arrangement. Win or lose, it didn't change. Do you know a lot of guys who did well that bounced around this much? Like a lot of guys, like, nah.
no, like Oscar and Joshua are the only two guys that can say they're champions having done it, really.
Yeah, it's a lot of moving around. It communicates indecision. It communicates apprehensiveness. On one end, could it be good for him? Possibly. Yeah, it could be good for him. It could be, But I don't expect him to go out there and beat Usyk. You know what I mean? Like, no,
Oh,
I don't.
I forgot one other guy too. James Toney did that shit too. Jules.
Shout out to James Toney. Shout out to Virtuoso. Wilder is 40 years old and still talks behind people's back. After he passed AJ, he said underneath his breath he's scared. What? Yeah. That's the opposing argument. Is Wilder really in a place psychologically where he can handle this assignment? Do you guys think that? He still seems like a broken man. I seen his new bitch.
Delusional.
I think it could go one of two ways, Jules. I think either he lets his shit, like the moment becomes too big for him, and Joshua just fucking takes whatever's left of him out, or he could legitimately use this shit to fuel a fire that he hasn't had in a long time, because this guy's seen as the rival that he's had, and now he finally gets a chance to do something about it.
But do you think that is why I like this fight? Has he ever really wanted that fight? When the track record shows that the reason it hasn't happened for so many years and so many times is Wilder.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm not saying.
Good.
I would say that Shelley Finkel and Al Heyman had a lot to do with it, because even Lou DiBella has been on Twitter arguing with motherfuckers who tried to say that he was the reason it didn't happen, and Lou's like, fuck you guys. I tried to make that fight happen. I brought the deal to him and Al and Shelley, and those motherfuckers stabbed me in the back and kicked me out of the team. So fuck you, whoever says that. You know, it was them that did the deal. He goes, I brought the deal to Deontay, and he decided to listen to Shelley and Al.
Fucking idiot, man. But still, that accents the point, Ignacio. Did he ever really want this fight? Why are you listening to Shelley and Al if you want the fight?
Yeah, no, I don't disagree.
Remember, he never wanted to fight. You pointed out all the time, Jules. He picked the fucking overweight drug addict fucking Fury for easy fucking pickings because he didn't want AJ, and he wanted to get the leverage to maybe get 50-50, and we saw what happened there.
Yeah, but I still want to hear opposing perspectives, because you know, on my planet, that's what we do to get to a consensus. We hear each other out to see if there's a better argument or a better thought process than the one that we have. And I'm just saying that I don't actually know that you ever wanted that fight. So where you tell me, if someone tells me this fight may light a fire under his ass that he hasn't felt in a long time, well, I don't know that, because I don't know that he ever actually wanted this fight. I don't know that.
Let's ask the president of the Brian Norman fan club, Brim.
Brim. So you're gonna get Brim mad, and he's gonna start cursing me out. I didn't say it, Brim. It wasn't me. See, Brim doesn't even want to talk now. He's sick of that shit.
That's the thing about AJ, right? How long did it take AJ to regain his confidence after he got knocked out? Like,
bro, I don't
know. It was years.
It took the second Usyk fight.
Wilder always, even though he got knocked out, he had that confidence to still.
Hold on, let me pull up, because I heard some bullshit. You know, I'm at work, so I'm multitasking, listening. But I had to stop what I'm doing and walk away from my desk. I want some leader of the Brian Norman fan club.
We're asking, do you think Deontay has that fire in his ass to want to fight AJ finally?
I think he does, but I don't think his body gonna allow him to do what he want to do any damn way. He can have as much fire as he want. His body is water, an ocean worth to fucking quench his fire out.
That's a good point. If the main thing is, if you can't catch an old Derek Chisora with a good right hand, like he was there for it, bro. If you can't catch his slow ass, you're not catching.
He just don't got enough.
The Spinks were too tight on his legs, Jules.
Bro, that dude was really fighting in leggings too. That's fucking crazy.
The pajamas were looking crazy.
To be fair, I think Chisora's head movement is better than AJ's.
But I'm not. Jules says I'm reading too much into it. I don't care. It's the fanboy in me. I like this Apollo Rocky mashup with him and Usyk, and I think Usyk talking to him in Ukrainian, even though AJ can't understand it, is going to light a fire under AJ.
I mean,
also,
be brave.
Hold on,
wait. I would like for that to be the situation, Drew. But I'm too close to this thing. Is my thing that, bro. I'm an AJ fan, so naturally I'm gonna want it to work. But this dude that had like 8-9 trainers, bro.
But he had a Capricorn trainer.
No,
kill on that bullshit.
No.
Okay, then, Jules.
Brim, you got to stop hating on us, bro. We Capricorns.
I'm not hating on you. I'm just sorry, man. First of all,
out by Dubois.
If we actually go by the real signs, you're not even a real Capricorn. It's only really 10 months, but we ain't going to even get into that. But here's the problem, though, behind here's the part that makes me worried about AJ.
Now I'm not a Capricorn.
That's like the IBF bylaw he resorted to.
Okay, you know what? You're a Capricorn, but you're a Blair Cobb's Capricorn. Okay, so let's continue. Don't make
AJ looked the most natural with Rob McCracken. It's just that when punchers get knocked out, not just AJ, not just Wilder, generally when punchers get knocked out, it's very hard for them to throw with conviction afterwards because they're always afraid they're going to get caught. So
I have a different take though. I think AJ looked his best in the Usyk rematch with Robert Garcia.
Yeah.
But I'm
that's
concerned for
fair.
AJ though, because what if AJ gets cracked with one shot? There still is a question mark for AJ too, guys.
The thing with him is he don't recover, man. He just
doesn't.
recover well. Like he doesn't, bro. If he gets cracked hard one time, he stays cracked.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, the only time-
Klitschko knocked it out of him because he recovered with Klitschko.
Yeah, that was the only guy I was about to say that he ever recovered from getting dropped on his ass.
And that was a 50-year-old man.
Did I say him?
So the question is, can Wilder land his shot on AJ? If he can't, he loses. If he can, it's up for grabs.
Did you see Wilder punching like a fucking?
What do you trust less, Wilder's right hand or Joshua's chin?
Shit.
Joshua's chin.
Right now, it looks like Wilder's right hand, bro.
Did you trust Wilder's chin the way Chisora was knocking me out with no legs?
Wilder's right hand. Wait. Wilder ate some overhand rights, bro.
Yeah.
He actually did get cracked with some overhand rights, and he didn't go down. I was shocked.
True, Jules,
Wilder's
but that
a fighter,
motherfucker
dog. I
was
seen
weebling
AJ
and
quit,
wobbling,
man.
though.
Yeah, but
AJ quit
dude
against
asked the question,
Andy,
he said, do
man.
you trust AJ's chin or Wilder's right hand? The thing is, when's the last time Wilder's right hand did that type of damage? It's been a long time, bro.
Robert
Louis Ortiz.
Cue to Sam Cook. It's been a long time.
Helvetica, bro.
I'm gonna be biased, and
That was the
I'm
last.
just,
How many years ago was that, guys?
that was
That's
2024.
yeah,
Was that 2023 or 2024.
the end of 23, so almost 3 years ago.
I'm gonna be optimistic, and I think I'm gonna see a different AJ with Usyk.
Chanel, you know what we're talking about. What's going on?
Chanel,
Yes,
am I wrong?
what's
Am I wrong to think that this is Apollo Rocky bromance, and I'm going to see a better AJ with Usyk?
Yeah, Wilder's going to get mowed down. I've spoken to Josh, and he is doing so well. He's in a great place, and yeah, he's coming to knock people out. He's in a
I
great
love
place.
it. I love it.
What's
He's
up,
in a
lady?
great place. What up? What up? He had fun in Ukraine. He's doing well with Usyk. He's in a really good place. You know, surprisingly.
So then
Chan, it's the shit for me. It's very hard for me to believe what fighters say about, the camp is going great. I'm doing great. My erections are really firm. It's always good. Because when do you hear a guy say, no, the camp is dog shit. My ass hurts. I feel old. I can't sleep. Like you never hear that.
He would tell me.
So
I believe you, Chan.
He's singing Dubois in the background.
So you expect him to run through Wilder, Chan?
Yeah, mow down. He's just gonna walk him
That's
down.
perfect.
It doesn't even matter about shots that Wilder's gonna throw. Doesn't matter. He's just gonna walk
That's
through him.
in fairness, now is the ideal time, right? And it's very easy to say that, but the reason I say that now more than a lot of other instances is the ideal time because people are not expecting you to get it together. They're not.
Yeah.
They've heard it so many times that they don't actually believe that you can do this quickly. And that's why you need to do this now. Do it
Is that
now.
still a stadium? Is this still a stadium fight in the UK?
Absolutely,
I think so. Yes, right.
Absolutely, bro. Look,
Jules.
you got all sorts of Brits poo-pooing. Oh, it's a fucking fight. Is that
And they're still gonna watch it.
And they're still gonna fucking watch it. Make the fight. They're still
Wilder
gonna
was
fucking
just
watch
all
it.
over fucking UK news and shit talking about his wife.
Artificial
pregnant.
insemination.
I know.
Listen,
So lame.
What the fuck is wrong with this guy, bro?
The other shit.
Yeah.
If they make it and they do the presses and they do I don't even think they should come to America. High key, no. Have them go around Britain, go to London, go to Essex, go to Birmingham. What is Birmingham? Just have them go around arguing with each other up and down the UK, bro. Everybody
Joel,
gonna
so
watch that shit, bro.
Am I
since
wrong
you
for
and
if
Drew
it's
keep
not?
calling this Apollo and Creed, I mean Apollo and Rocky with fucking AJ and Usyk. So does that mean Wilder should just go full Clubber Lang and say fuck it?
He should.
Yeah,
He
like
should,
He
right?
should try.
no,
He should
because
try.
this is the thing. If this is really Wilder, if this is really Apollo and Clubber, and that mean that Wilder has to show up at Chan House and hey woman, remember that part in Rock? Hey woman,
Yeah.
You need
let's
a
look
real
at
man.
it. I know you stay up all night. Wish you had a real man. Come to my apartment.
I
That's
mean,
the
if
Clubber
it's
Lang
how
I'm
shit.
about
talking to
this
you,
though?
paper champion.
If they don't make the Wilder fight, I'll settle for fucking Big Baby Miller.
Well, he went
Nah,
there,
Miller,
and
no,
he went
Miller's
there
fighting
just.
a Cuban. He's
Yeah,
fighting a
he
Cuban.
went there to look at Wilder. He went there to support Derek Chisora, but he went there. He said if Wilder looks decent and gets the win, he's got no problem of fighting him. That's why he went.
That fight's
Well, I
gonna
don't
be
think.
massive though with
Well,
Fury on
listen,
Netflix.
AJ, shut up. AJ is Nigerian like me, so I know that he always wants to
Yeah,
fight. Like I always want problem.
you
So I don't
Nigerians are
think
like that. Yeah.
he always want problem. So I don't think it was ever a question of. I've never questioned whether AJ wanted that fight. Psychologically, what I've questioned is
Yeah.
stop doubting yourself. That's my
Yeah.
problem. Stop doubting yourself. You're
Yeah.
literally a gold medalist. You're literally a
Yeah.
two-time unified heavyweight champion. Stop
Yeah.
doubting yourself.
Yeah.
If you brought back that AJ from circa 2017, 2018, before the Ruiz fight, they
Yeah.
don't beat that guy. They don't beat
No.
that fucking guy. But
No.
it took him a while. Even when he knocked out Pulev after, he beats Ruiz,
Yeah.
he still wasn't throwing with conviction.
He's in his
was
head a
kinda-
lot,
Yeah.
Chan.
He's in
He
his
think
head.
he
Yeah. He's in his head. A lot of pressure always on him, and yeah.
But I do see a different version of him after coming to America with Jake and seeing all the American whores fall in love with him all
Yeah.
over again.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
loves
It did
that.
something to him, Jules, like you said.
because he didn't know he was the man. Like, he's over there in the UK and he knows, I could pull some UK bitches. I've been fucking these bitches. But I didn't know all these American whores want to suck my, like, this is different. Like, so I get all this pussy? All this pussy out here for me?
Did you like you see the way they were interviewing him? Alicia giving him puppy dog eyes?
Yo, everybody was giving that man the googly eye.
Shouts out to him. He's very
Yeah,
disciplined.
he's got all these fucking
He
white
stays
hoes in
on
Miami
track.
creaming their panties.
Yeah, he's a disciplined guy.
Look, the fucking guy was built on a fucking computer, bro. He's fucking 6'6",
Yeah.
built like a fucking Adonis. He speaks all these fucking languages. He's got the English accent, which the bitches love because they gonna think it's Idris Elba. Yeah,
He got dimples, Chan. He's got fucking dimples.
Right. He got a lot of and
Strong
even
jawline.
even fucking worse, fellas. He's a fucking multi-millionaire on top of that.
Oh
It's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
bro,
Yeah, you can't compete against that motherfucker.
That's why I love that
He's
video.
done a
That's
fucking
why I love
he
that
is
video of him and
monster.
Floyd. Him and Floyd,
Yeah.
that video, I loved it. I watched it when I want to laugh.
there's not a lot of there's just not a piece of pussy on the planet. Personally, there's not a piece of pussy on the planet that I don't think he could get if he tries. He could
Helen
get it
Mirren?
just. Out of all the fucking bitches you Helen
Kamala
Mirren.
Harris. Kamala Harris.
Viola Davis.
And for the
He could
record,
pull
yes,
those beats.
wait. For the record, yeah, I think Helen Mirren would throw him the pussy with both hands, bro, like a fucking snowball, like a fucking volleyball.
like a behind the head basketball pass.
Flip side, shout out to HC. Flip side said, flip side is Wilder is food for AJ at short range. I disagree. It's not short range. Could AJ beat him short range? Yes. Could AJ beat him with an uppercut or a hook? Yeah, he could. But the way I see AJ beating him, honestly, is the jab and the straight. If it's gonna happen, it's the jab and the straight. I think not the
yeah, because he's not Wilder's not gonna sit in the pocket. He's not. He's gonna stay away.
Rabbit punch him.
AJ don't like being in the
Fucking
pocket
buzz him.
himself too much.
Rabbit, I can see it now.
Chan, will we see Usyk in his corner the next fight then?
Yeah, you're going to see Usyk there, and Usyk really roots for him to be undisputed. But yeah, you're going to see Usyk in the corner.
You can do
I'll
it,
be
AJ.
honest.
You're still young. You can dream still.
Yeah.
Yo, this dude got
He's like
good
he's like
memory.
Pixies. What did he say?
You can
They
dream,
have a
ain't
good
you?
time. They have a good time with
And
that.
that's how I
You
know
can
Usyk's
dream.
funny.
You can dream, Daniel. You're
Yeah.
young. You dream still.
What did
Yeah.
Usyk say? He told AJ, picture us in Miami Beach with
Yeah.
whores and
Yeah.
coconut water.
Coconut water. AJ's on
Look,
the
look.
treadmill going,
Yo, look, I fuck
running.
with AJ, but the way look, Undisputed, I'm be real. That shit ain't gonna happen. Straight up. Right? That shit ain't gonna happen. But here's what you can do for me, bro. Here's what you could do for me. You beat Wilder. You could retire off of beating Wilder straight up. You can tell him I said so. You can retire off of beating Wilder. I'm done, bro. Okay. Yeah, I love it. If I had to choose,
possible.
yo, I really want you to knock out Wilder. That is what I need.
Oh,
That's going to settle all the shit. That's going to settle all the shit and all the pain and anguish that I have felt for the last 10 years. Knock out Wilder.
Usyk's
right?
going to drop them belts.
I need a
Usyk's
Manny
gonna drop all
Pacquiao
of the
face
rest of the
down
belts.
knockout.
Now,
To
Chan,
make
you're
it-
you're over there
make
on
a
that.
way for AJ to
Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up, Drew. You shut the fuck up. Check it out. Does he beat a Geek Caballel? I'm sorry, Chan. I'm a big fan of this kid, but I don't think he beats that fucking Syrian.
I actually do.
I'm sorry. Nah,
Because Caballel didn't look that great in his last. I'm not saying that AJ did because he got knocked out, but Caballel didn't look great in his last fight.
I know that he
Just
didn't,
didn't.
but that could have just as easily been. Look, I'm fighting in fucking Germany against against the mailman. You know he ain't. You know that he didn't have the camp for that fucking guy that he had for Frankie Sanchez or that he had
Or for
Makhmudov.
Zhang.
He was jacking off that whole camp.
Yeah, he's reading the Quran. He's jacking off. He's watching
And
fucking.
Chan,
Benny
I
Hill.
know you weren't impressed by his performance, but let's keep it real. If he would have gone the distance, then people would have crapped all over him. But he actually beat the hell out of the guy and knocked him out.
Yeah.
Shout out to
Yeah.
Virtuoso. Even while
True.
the side piece kept looking, that's not his side
Yeah,
piece.
that was funny. That's his
main
what?
bitch.
That's his girl.
That's
what
his
it's like.
girl. And I'm gonna say that he
That's
traded up.
hilarious.
I'm gonna say that he traded up because Telly Swift, yo, her face is too hard, bro. She looked like a fucking walnut. Like, why does
Yeah,
your
she
face
aged
have all
badly,
these
didn't she?
corners?
Yeah.
You're like I like a stocky bitch with a big ass. Yeah, of course, but that bitch face is too hard, dog. It's like
It
a Rubik's
cracks.
cube.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
nah, I'm
I don't know
good.
what happened.
Speaking,
what
you're over there in
happened.
the UK. Are we really gonna get is someone gonna pass the torch to Moses Atamo?
It's not Moses Timu, bro. It's a Tauma. You said
Atama.
Moses Timu. These motherfuckers said Moses
Moses
Timu.
I said
Timu.
no, the mic cut out. But is he
Like
gonna get a
who?
passing of the torch fight of Usyk,
Like-
Fury, AJ winner? Is someone gonna give that kid the
I
shot?
have no clue on
No.
that one. I
No.
don't know.
Drew, let me
No
ask
clue.
you, let me tell you, bro. No. The way that Itama is gonna be the heir apparent, it's not gonna be by fighting them. It's gonna be by beating up his contemporaries. That's how he's gonna get it. Like, you got to section off Wilder and AJ and Usyk and these people and Fury. You got to section them off. They doing their own thing. They sitting at a different table. Itama, his guys that he got to worry about. And yeah, I think the kid is great, but you need to worry about Richard Torres. You need to worry about Tiramoana. Them
Daniel
fucking
Dubois, then.
guys. That's now that see
Yeah,
fucking Drew. That's
Dubois.
why I fuck with Drew. He took the Daniel might be the guy, because if Daniel beats Fabio, well, we got to fucking fight. That's a big fight.
Frank's jerking off to that one right now.
And George is watching him and jerking off too. That's a big fucking fight, bro.
It is.
Yeah.
And Chan, you know what? I love that Frank's letting his dick hang. Like, fuck you, Mauricio. I'm gonna sue your ass.
Yeah. But also that he's letting his dick hang with Turkey, man.
Yeah.
That's why you gotta respect Frank. That
Frank
fuck
don't give a
y'all.
shit.
I'm Frank fucking Warren, bro.
Yeah, Frank
You know
doesn't
who
give
the
a
fuck
fuck.
I am?
Yep.
I got
Frank's
punched
middle
in the
name
face
is
by
Sue.
Mike Tyson. I got punched in the face
Frank
by Mike Tyson.
literally
I got
said,
shot by Mickey Duff. I'm not scared of none
He
of
one of them
y'all,
old
bro.
school Irish gangsters, or the English gangsters.
English
you know.
gangsters, yeah, he is.
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
I'm
Frank literally said when he beat fucking Chris Eubank, he's like, and I won another case, motherfucker. Stop trying to
Yeah.
sue me.
Nothing.
Yeah, Frank be suing, bro.
Nothing. Frank fucking Warren,
Frank be
yo.
and
suing.
he's fucking us with pay-per-views. He don't give a fuck.
Well, no, he
Yeah.
calmed down, Drew. He did calm down because we got the fucking Italma Franklin. That wasn't a pay-per-view, thank fucking God. That'd have been ridiculous. But Dubois and Wardley, that shouldn't be a pay-per-view for us.
I don't
That
know who's
should
gonna
not-
win that fight, yo.
Yo,
Yeah, I
on
keep
some real
going back
shit.
and forth.
Chan, what
I
does your
don't know.
inner child say? What does your inner child say?
Honestly, I don't know. I was leaning towards, when it was announced, I was leaning towards Fabio, and then I was leaning towards Daniel. Now I'm just totally in the middle. I just don't know. I don't know. Because what it is that Fabio, on paper, Daniel should beat him because he is the better boxer, all the amateur experience. He was on the Team
And the
GB
pro
qualifiers.
experience.
Yeah,
And the
and the
pro
pro
experience.
experience. And but then Fabio's got the heart.
It's gonna be a great
when
fucking
push comes
fight.
to
I
shove,
don't know though.
No,
if
and
Daniel
he's got
taps
the off.
out, he taps out.
He's got the off switch, is what it. Fabio has the off switch. That look, man. If that fucking right hand gets in, bro, everybody's
Yeah.
going to bed, bro.
Yeah.
He has that. Like, yeah, if it
So
gets
does Daniel though.
everybody. No, he
You
doesn't.
know,
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't.
you know what's weird, Jules,
Daniel,
is
if he
that
catches you flush, you're going
No,
down.
no. Here's the thing. I'm not saying Daniel don't hit hard. I'm not saying that, but he not sudden. He is an explosive fighter. But the reason that Fabio really put motherfuckers out, he got snap on his shit. It's snap on that. Daniel is just retarded strong is what that is. Like, yeah, that dude eats
It's very
crayons,
strong.
bro.
It's very
That dude,
strong.
that dude is well strong, bro. Like, yeah, he hit hard, but I don't know.
Daniel makes it look like he's not putting a lot of effort, but he's
He like that retard from of Mice and Men,
yeah,
Daniel.
Yeah, it's that.
What's the guy's
like
remember of Mice and Men?
Like
the character
No, he's like the guy from Goonies, bro, with the Superman shirt.
Goonies, yeah.
Sloth.
Sloth. Yeah, he's got that strength. Very strong. They're both strong lads. I don't know who do you guys think wins? I'm going back and forth. I really can't decide.
When it was announced, Chan, which is usually what I go with. Usually I go with my first pick because that's the one where my brain already did the work and it's just telling me go with Fabio. I could be wrong, though.
Yeah.
But Daniel doesn't move his head. And the thing about Daniel is when Daniel is fighting the fight that he wants to fight, right? He doesn't change much from one fight to another.
No.
He's being aggressive. He's coming forward. His fucking head is not moving. Like, yeah, Fabio ain't gonna have to work too hard to find Daniel's head. Like, he's not.
But who is Fabio fought? That's a big, massive puncher. Massive.
Nobody.
That's what I need to. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So he went down. Did he go down against Fraser Clark?
No,
Fraser went down.
Fraser was one that went down. Fraser
Fraser
ain't
went
shit,
down.
man. Fraser.
No,
just
I know.
ain't shit.
Yo, Frazier's fighting Hooney this Saturday, Jules.
Hooney. I know.
Justice.
I know. That fight is gonna.
Hooney's gonna beat him.
Chan, that fight is gonna last 3 fucking hours, bro.
Shut up.
That fight, yo, I'm dead ass. Like, them dudes don't hit hard, bro. They gonna be in there for 3 hours, bro.
Hooney's just gonna win on points.
Now that Chan's in here, Chan, I'm sorry. Alicia's gonna take care of Caroline right now.
That wasn't an impressive. I don't know if it's because she's sick or if that's just her for real.
Let me say this, Chan. Let me say this. Wow, I'm gonna be real. One, Terry Harper may have the best legs and ass in boxing. Let's get that out the way. She has amazing legs. Like, wow.
Great legs,
what the fuck is her fucking problem?
Her legs are jacked. Yeah.
It's fucking ridiculous how nice her shit is. But the second thing, while Carolyn, and she did look bad. I don't care what the judges said. I don't care what the fans say. She looked bad to me. But I'm telling you, there is every possibility that next Friday, Alicia looks bad. There is every possibility.
Oh yeah,
the fight,
Shin.
Bomi Ray Shin. That's not the style that make you look good. Like, it ain't, dog. That bitch is gonna be all in your fucking face. And if you can't get rid of this bitch, It's 3-minute rounds, Chan.
Oh yeah,
It's not
3
10
minutes.
twos. It's 3
And we
minute
know her
rounds.
gas, and we know Alicia's gas tank.
Engine.
There you go. There you go. Just saying. I want her to do, I want her to do good, but it's so weird that when I was watching the fight on Sunday, I'm like, Alicia beats her. She beats Carolyn.
That's what I was thinking.
What I saw, she beats you. But this broad is it's the style thing. They're like, styles make fights, man. If you can't get rid of this South Korean bitch, she gonna try to wear you out. She damn near wore out Carolyn. When she fought her, she's piecing her up the last 2 rounds of the fight because Carolyn got tired. So
but I mean,
and those weren't 3-minute rounds.
They weren't.
Alicia hasn't looked good in her fights either, so it's just whatever. To be honest,
fucking scared, man, because I love Alicia, but I don't know. I'm gonna smoke a cigarette. I'm gonna smoke a cigarette while I think about it.
If she doesn't get Dubois now, then Dubois is only going to get better because Dubois came down with the flu. She was on Sky Sports yesterday morning. Totally, she's sick. She's totally ill. So I don't know if that whole thing is because she was sick. I can put it down to that she was sick, but that version definitely didn't look good. But Alicia hasn't looked good, and like you can't be talking from 130. I know Caroline's calling from 135, but Alicia's calling people that are lower weights than her as well. So you can't be a hypocrite. She's been undisputed at 130. It's time to move up. Go up. What is she afraid to move up to 35 for instead of calling Amanda Serrano, who's tiny, and Katie Taylor, who's no longer campaigns at that weight division?
Well, she wants to get paid.
Yeah, I know.
Why else would you call those two out?
But then you can't say that. She can't say to Dubois, "Oh, you want to fight women. I'm not even in your division. I'm smaller than you, and you only want to fight." Well, then you're doing the same thing. Then don't mention that. Then if you're doing the same shit, because that means you're a hypocrite.
I mean, she should move up, but I mean, it's going to be.
What are you still there for?
She, if she doesn't look good this weekend, I can only imagine what Carolyn's going to be saying about her.
Yeah, they both be talking shit about each other. So, I mean, I'll just leave them to it. To be honest.
But the thing is, though, the one thing I will say, though, is that I completely disagreed with those scorecards. There was no way that Carolyn won 8 rounds in that fight. I thought that fight was way closer than that.
Yeah, me too.
That's how I was like, what? When I heard the scores, I was like, you guys are crazy.
Like 7-5.
Or 6-4 because it was 10.
Oh, yeah,
right?
sorry, it was 10.
Yeah.
10-2. Like
That's kind of what I was thinking. It was like a 6-4 fight. And when they said the scores, I was like, dude, you literally filled the scorecard out before the fight started. What the hell?
Bullshit. Bullshit. She's got some hometown cooking on. But Harper's from. But maybe is she? Hang on, but she's the house fighter. Caroline's the house fighter. Yeah.
Well, because she's the one with MVP. I mean, like Jules was saying, Harper had gotten signed before Carolyn, and they didn't give her a fight until way after she signed. So she was sitting on the shelf forever. Yeah.
She looked good though. She boxed really well, man. Harper. I was shocked because I predicted that she'd get knocked out, but that 135 version is way better than the version that Alicia Baumgardner fought.
I mean, other than the knockdown, I thought she should have she put up a way better performance than a lot of people are giving her credit for.
Yeah, I found it impressive. She looked good. She looked didn't she look bigger than Caroline when in the ring?
I thought her lower body looked bigger, but from the top, from waist up, I thought Carolyn looked bigger.
Yeah.
Carolyn looked bigger physically. Carolyn looked like she rehydrated to like a junior middleweight. And I thought Harper was like a small welterweight.
But that will be the thing that if Caroline fights Baumgardner, in the ring, Caroline's going to be massive in comparison to Baumgardner.
Yeah, because she's not going to add on much weight even if she moves up to 35.
Not much. So, I mean, it's about either getting her early or waiting. If you wait till Dubois gets better, then it's going to be a tougher fight for Baumgartner, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't understand why she keeps trying to fight at 130. It's like at some point you got to move up to 35. Like
Yeah.
you hanging around 30. It's like, I mean, it doesn't make sense. It's not like there's big fights for you at 130.
130, no, this 135, 140, 47 even. All the other girls move up, down. Harper, you got Lauren Price that's looking to move up. You got Cameron, Ryan. They've all, they all go where the opportunities are. Even Tasha Jonas. Like, and it just looks bad on Alicia that she's just like, let me just stay here at 130. You've been undisputed. Why aren't you moving like the other girls?
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Like,
Yeah,
but also
all the
too,
other girls are
she's been
moving.
inactive like crazy though too. She hasn't been fighting much the last few years,
Yeah,
whereas
I
all
don't
the
know
other
why
girls
she
have
has
been.
to. Yeah, but I mean, now that she's got the opportunity to, maybe after this, do you reckon after the Shin fight that she'll just as if she wins, she'll just move up, or even if she loses,
I
she'll just
mean, I
move up.
would think so, but honestly, the only way the Dubois fights happen is if they throw a big amount of money. Because I just don't think she'll do it if they lowball her. I
Yeah,
just don't
I
think
think
she'll take like she wouldn't
yeah.
take $500,000. Like to me, they'd have to pay her $1 million or more to get her to take the fight.
What's her highest purses? I never know
Oh,
what her
I don't know
purses
what
are.
the most she's ever made, but
Yeah.
I just think that she's looking at Dubois as like, if I'm gonna fight you, I need to get paid.
Yeah,
You know?
but even if
So
she moves up, she don't have to do Dubois the first fight moving up. Like, but just move up and fight someone en route. That's all.
yeah, I mean, I'm sure she's gonna ask for a tune-up for sure.
Yeah,
She's not
yeah.
gonna want to jump in right away. I'd be surprised if that was the case.
Because she could do things like, like what Chantel Cameron's doing. She could have just said, you know what, let me just skip just for a minute, 135. I'm going to show Dubois what I do at 140, what I can do at 140. All the rest of the girls are doing it. That's all I'm saying. That's all Amanda Serrano, same thing. Let me try and be great elsewhere, move up 7 division champ. She'd be moving. Alicia just stagnant at 130. It almost looks like she's hiding in her division. You've
A
become
little bit,
undisputed.
a
It's because
little
Jules
bit.
put
Like
her in witness protection.
Yeah, I
no, I
know.
mean, no, I mean, no, but I understand where Chan is coming from because from the moment that you beat Michaela, you had the biggest fight in the division. That was the biggest fight in that division.
Yeah,
And cool that you became undisputed, but that was 3 years ago. Like,
yeah.
there's no reason. And I'm a fan of her. I talk to her all the
Mm-hmm.
time, but I'm just there's no reason for you to still be there. There isn't. You're not getting Amanda. You're not. I know for
Yeah.
a fact you're not getting Amanda, and you're not getting Katie. So what are we
No.
doing? You're not
Yeah,
getting either
neither.
of them. What are we doing?
Both of
But
them
she
said
said
they.
she's got a big fight coming up after this one. So who's that going to be then?
Wait, who's got a big fight coming up?
Baumgartner said after this fight, she said
No,
she
she
got a
said
bigger fight than Caroline.
she says she's gonna stay at 30. Because I did the
Yeah.
video, I saw the thing. She says she's gonna have another fight. I don't know about it being big.
She said it's going to be a bit. She said it's going to be a better fight than the Dubois fight. It's a bigger fight than the Dubois fight for now. So I'm just thinking who that is.
Listen, the only way, look, and the shit is silly. It really is silly because she can beat Stephanie Hahn. She can beat Holly Holm. What are you doing? You can beat them. You could beat those girls. What I don't understand. Like, I don't understand this. Like, yeah, you could beat those girls. But I know something else that I can't say. I know something else.
To do with
and it's
her.
We'll talk. Not just about her. Not just about her.
Okay.
Not about the whole framework.
Yeah.
I know something that's not out there, and it's not gonna be out there, and it's not good. It's not good.
She's fighting Ellie Scottney next.
I can tell you that. I have it on very good authority. Ellie does want her. Very good authority. Ellie wants her.
Wow.
Ellie want. I don't know why, but I was told by people that know things. But just trust me.
I know. I
Ellie
do. I know.
Ellie wants her. I don't understand that. Like, why? She's all the way up there at 30. You're at 2-2. What the fuck? But apparently Ellie wants to fight her. Could that be who it is?
Maybe.
I don't.
Ellie's like Sugar Ray Leonard. I see something.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just say, listen, I'm gonna just say that if Ellie fights her and beats her, wow. Ellie's good, man. Ellie is good, but you gotta be phenomenal to win that one. Jumping up to you gotta be phenomenal to win that one. I'm really high on Ellie, but I really like Ellie, you know.
Yeah, so do I.
But I don't know. I easily wins a belt at 126. Easily. Like, yeah, she could win a belt at 126. That ain't nothing but a thing. But to go up to 30 and fight her, maybe that is who Baumgartner was talking about.
Maybe that's who she's alluding to. Maybe that, but is that a really great fight? Like,
you could do it in the UK if it's gonna be big. I'm not saying it's big, Chan, but if it were gonna be big, it would be big in the UK more than the US, because from what I'm told, the ticket, once again, I have it on very good authority. The tickets at the Hulu Theater is not moving like that. They're not. They're not. Like, they're not. Whereas Ellie, behind the UK versus US, behind Ellie is a phenomenal fucking fighter. Like, I can't. I'm mad I never got to interview Ellie. I'm fucking really mad about it. She did an intro for me.
She did an intro, so I thought, you.
But I never got. I fucking love Ellie fucking Scottney, man. What the fuck?
Why don't you just holler at her? She'll do an interview.
I should, but I don't do interviews like that no more, because time zones, and I gotta fucking feel like, and I feel awkward because I'm talking to somebody I'm a fan of, which I don't really like.
Just don't do it live. Do a pre-record and then put it out.
No, because it's better live. I've noticed. Listen, on a lot of those live interviews that I did, I made a fucking killing, bro. Okay.
Oh, okay.
More than I would have did if I pre-recorded it and then uploaded it. Because not only did people watch it during and after, which made money with the ads, but also people sent in super chats for.
Yeah, true.
Every time I had Ebony Bridges on, I made a lot of fucking money. Oh, and Alicia, I made a ridiculous amount of money.
Yeah.
Yo, Jules, but instead of doing an afternoon talks, why don't you just do the interview?
I'll try, bro. I'll try.
Yeah.
Because that literally would work time-wise.
See, it's kind of like this. I'm old, so I don't like shit that gets my juices going. I don't like that. I'm a fan of Ellie. I'm gonna be fucking starstruck talking. I don't want to be starstruck.
No, you're not. Stop
yes,
it.
I could. No, I could hide it. Is what it is. I can hide it. I can work, but I don't. I'm old. Like, yo, dog. I'm fucking tired. All right. I'm fucking old. I don't want to be starstruck. All right. I don't want to be starstruck. I want to just relax.
I guess if you're really a big fan. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a bit. Why you think I've never tried to interview Katie Taylor. Well, I can't talk to Katie Taylor, dog. I would be starstruck.
Oh, I'd love to talk to her.
I'm gonna ask stupid fucking questions like, Katie, what kind of fucking seasoning do you like on your tacos? What do you like to do on a Thursday? You know, she's gonna get mad, like, oh, what are you asking me? This stupid fucking questions. Fucking Katie Taylor.
Yeah, but it'd be a good interview, though. I think you're surprised when how down to earth, how down to earth certain fighters are, and you get back and forth quite a lot, like natural conversation.
I love that about the Brits, because that's really
our thing.
It is, though. Like, you see the interviews with them, and it's not an interview; it's a conversation, which is what makes it. It makes it easy to digest. That no, it's not just somebody asking you things you know the answers to. You get genuine insight into what these people are like, and those boxers over there, at all levels of success, are really down to earth people. Whereas you get the Americans, they're speaking about themselves in the third person. They're saying shit. You know what they're gonna say. Like, it's not interesting. You know.
Yeah, I think when you interview British fighters and you're a Brit yourself, it's more relatable. You get more into a fluid conversation. That's why I find it more easier.
Shout out to Joshua Kunju. 3 weeks away from Inoue versus Junto. Pick still Junto. Yeah, I still got Inoue. I still got Inoue in that fight. Shout out to Luisito Chan. Can you please moan or say Papacito?
Oh God, be quiet. And my name's with 2 N's. It's not one
Listen,
N.
no, it's because it's late and you know, guys really want to jerk off. That's what's going. It's late. Like it is what it is.
Late night boxing talks. That's what it brings.
Yeah, all right. Late night moaning talks. But like I interviewed Chantel. Like I think I interviewed Chantel like 3 or 4 times, and it's like you said, they're very relatable. It's not. It's not like it's very relatable. Rhiannon
Just like
Dixon,
talking to me, like how you and me to speak.
Yeah, and that's what makes it so fun. They're like, wow, these people are really cool. But you see the American, no, because Devin Haney is gonna, like, oh, okay, Devin, you're talking about yourself, bro. The fuck are we doing, Ryan?
Yeah.
Who I wouldn't want to like. Genuinely, I don't even want to talk to you, bro. Like, I don't want to talk to you. I gotta ask you and say shit to you. I don't like you.
Yeah.
The fuck would I want to talk to you for?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Ryan Garcia, no way. I couldn't.
I
Be
cannot.
a tough one.
And it's like that with them. Like, there's not an American fighter. Like, what American fighter would I even want? Let me think.
Abdullah Mason.
I like that kid. No, I do like that kid, though. I actually do like that kid. I've seen his interviews. I like he talks. It ain't no, because Abdullah Mason. I like that kid. You know, I used to like Keyshawn, but he lost his mind.
Used to like Keyshawn.
He lost his
What
mind.
about Zayas?
Emiliano Vargas.
I do like Xander Zayas. I do like that kid. I do like that kid. But the reason I probably wouldn't, because I know what I'm gonna hear. And that's what makes it boring. The only reason I even started interviewing fighters is because nobody was talking to the girls. So I'm like, oh, well, I'm sick of seeing these guys say the same shit all the time. Let's get some of the girls on here and see what the fuck they say and what's rocking and rolling. The guys, you know what you're gonna hear. No, because I'm gonna be boots, because I put peroxide in my hair, because wepa, because right, like you know what you're gonna hear, bro. Shout out to Luisito Chan. Does Gabriella shave or carry a oh my god.
Oh, Lord. When I come, the super chats change.
Come on.
Chan is a good luck. No, listen, when Chan comes, it's a good luck charm, because they always get the nice off the wall super chats. She's a good luck charm. I get all the weird
ones.
I have a feeling that's undefeated asking that question, fucking asshole.
Probably, right? He logged off. He stepped out the panel so he could log into his You know how undefeated talk. Let's talk about Gabby's bush, bro.
Yeah.
Come on.
You know the gayest stuff I saw today though was the shoe shine with David and the Vargas brothers.
Oh yeah, I seen that shit.
I didn't see that
shit.
Wait. What Vargas brothers? Fernando and Amaro?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I was about to say. I hope Emiliano wasn't there.
You know, and I mean, like, good. Good for David. Admittedly, I am excited about his fight. Admittedly, just because I know it's gonna be a good fight. You know, like overall, like politics and polarization aside, him versus Zerto does make for a fun fight to watch. Yeah, that's a fun fight to watch. It's gonna be a good fight. And
what's your prediction?
It's hard, Chan. Like, I'm leaning towards David. I am leaning towards David because of the speed. It's the speed that really. But this really is categorically. This is a top rank versus PBC fight.
Yeah,
just because Zerto is with Golden Boy. Granted, he's with Golden Boy, but who groomed him? Top rank. What usually happens when top rank fighters fight PBC guys?
They usually win.
Yeah.
David's.
But not only that, Jules, you're expecting that hand speed, but then you also got to remember he's adding on 20 pounds.
Yeah, we don't know what he's going to look like.
No, you wait a goddamn fucking minute, Ignacio. David don't have to add shit. That motherfucker walk around like that. Add.
Yeah, because he's not starving himself. He's going to eat plenty of cheeseburgers and chicken and tacos to make 195. Watch.
Yeah, that's a point
El
though
ot-
of how big he's gonna
la
be in
otra,
that ring.
no, Chan. The other thing is not dropping down not cutting the 25 pounds, Chan. Not
Yeah,
cutting it. He
yeah,
might feel better because he's not
yeah, because
cutting.
he's not cutting too much. But
So
will he still be throwing that volume still? He may feel better, but he could still be slower. He can still
possibly.
feel better, like filled out and
Yeah,
strong, but he
we've
could
never
still
seen a
be
fat
slower.
Benavidez in the ring.
Yeah.
We're about to
Well,
see a
long
fat
time ago.
Benavidez in the ring.
The other shit,
I
the
mean, to
other
be
shit
fair,
is
he's
that
looked sloppy his entire career.
the other shit is that Zerto is not a. I've rarely ever seen Zerto hurt by a fighter. I've never
Yeah.
seen him down. He's never been knocked down by a fighter. And I've only seen it. I can count on one hand, and I don't even need all 5 fingers to count how many times I've seen him hurt. Is it the guy's durable? Is what I'm saying. Like the guy is
Yeah.
durable. And he is
Yeah.
used to being up there. He's used to being up there. He's been up there for at least 2-3 years now, so he's used to it.
Yeah,
David,
he's used to it. David's not.
you know, I don't
Actually
know.
spoke to Julian. He's gonna come on the show again, actually. So
And
I'll ask him
he's
some
twinkle
questions.
toe Zerto now, Jules.
No, he is,
I want to
but
see
he
what
can
Julian thinks.
because he can handle himself in the pocket. You know that he can always resort to that if it's needed. That Zerto can fight in the pocket. That's a fucking no-brainer. But he can box now. He can get on his toes and use the jab, use the ring, right? He has more ways of fighting a fight. So yeah, I'm leaning towards David, but tenuously, I'm like, yeah, I don't know. This
I'm
is
leaning towards
So I have
David.
a feeling yours is like 51-49 Benavidez.
50.6.
50.6.
To 49.4 to 49.4.
Right?
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
yo, like
When's that fight again?
May. It's right around the
God.
corner, Chan. Just about 3 weeks.
Oh yes, I can't wait for that one. That's the one.
Nah,
What was your take on Chisora and fucking thingy? I heard it on the relay, but only bits because I haven't really been too.
I mean, you know, Derek is old. I love Derek, man. You know, but he's old. He's old. What are you gonna say? Like, yeah, he's old. He just couldn't.
Yeah.
He couldn't keep being. You know, because if it was the Derek of yesteryear, you know, give me the Derek that fought Dillian White in the first fight, right? Like, yeah, Derek. A long time ago, he would have been all wrong for Wilder, but look, he looked fucking old and slow.
Yeah.
Looked old, like. Bruh,
now all the Wilder community are out back in my comments again. They're like,
fucking love it, bro. Bomb squad, yo.
They're
Let's
back
get
in my
money.
comments. Oh, he beats up AJ. They think he's back in full effect. I'm just like,
people have been beating Derek Chisora since the Clinton administration.
Exactly.
And they never gave a fuck. But let Wilder beat a shot like, yo, this dude is shot
retired fighter.
A glue factory Chisora.
that announces that would be his last fight. and Wilder, he mustered a split decision and went come on. And they think he's the second coming of Muhammad Ali. It's ridiculous.
No, it's done, scared. Like, okay, bro.
It's
fucking bomb squad, baby. Fuck it, you know?
They're ridiculous. Yeah,
on that note, I'm fucking going to sleep because I got gym in the morning.
Too.
Chan,
Thank you for having me.
Come on the fucking afternoon talks tomorrow when I do the afternoon talks.
Okay, I will do. See you then. I will.
See you on the next one.
Peace.
Bye, guys. Bye.